Hello. My name is Beth Green, otherwise known as Granny Rocks, and this.
Yes, hello, I'm Sweet Baby James, otherwise known as James Maynard. And welcome to the show. Glad you could be with us. I'll be handling the chat tonight, so please chat with us, and I'll pass it on to Beth, and she can talk directly to you.
Exactly. If you are here live and you comment, he'll tell me, and then I can talk to you right here on the show. And this is the Granny Rocks show,
Which airs every Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. So thanks for joining us.
So tonight I have a topic which is, I can't remember the exact name, but the idea of it is, are we pursuing meeting our needs, or are we pursuing symbols that don't necessarily meet our needs? And I think this is going to be fun, and why. And there's lots to say about this topic. So I'm going to get started in a minute, but first, Sweet Baby James is going to talk about our show.
Well, you have come to Granny Rocks, where Granny shares with us her wit, her wisdom, and her very uncommon sense every Wednesday night, 6:30 p.m. So stay tuned. And here's Granny.
Okay, so, we like to think that we know what we're doing. I don't. Most of the time, I don't really know what I'm doing, and I don't know why I'm doing it, but I try, And so sometimes it's hard to make decisions about what should I do, because it's not clear why I'm doing what I'm doing, or what it means, or is it for the highest good. And we have been going through this a lot lately, trying to figure out what to do about a certain situation. And finally, tonight, I realized that the biggest problem was that we were going after a symbol instead of something that really met our needs. Now, I want to talk about that in depth tonight. And first I want to start with why would we do it, and then I'm going to get into what do I mean, which is kind of crazy. I'm starting with why, and then I'm going to get into what. Okay. So,
by the way, we already have some comments. Elizabeth says, hello there, and sends a heart of love. Thank you.
Hello, Elizabeth.
And Tracy says hello, and sends a heart of love also. Along with caring.
Great. Thank you so much. We need that. So, didn't I say I was going to start with why?
Yes.
Okay, so many of us have a negative self-image that came from the past. Like, I'm too thin. I'm a skinny girl. And I'm not attractive to guys, right?
Yeah.
Or I'm a not very successful guy, and I'm not very attractive to women. I'm not going to impress anybody's mother or father. Or you get the idea. I'm stupid. I'm selfish. I'm something. We've got some more.
Got some more here.
Yeah.
Kat says good evening, and good evening to you, Kat.
Good
Catalina.
evening. Good evening.
And Island sends namastes to us. Namaste to you.
Namaste, Island.
And Amy says, hi, guys. Send lots of love and namaste and different shades of love.
Thank you. Okay, so let's say you see yourself as being too thin as a child and you're not sexy. So what are you going to do, right? So for a lot of women, it becomes a never-ending plumping yourself up or trying to look sexy or wearing different kinds of clothes or having plastic surgery. Another comment.
Wilson says, hi there, good evening from Brazil.
Hello.
Hello, Wilson.
Boa noite. Wilson. Okay, so there it is. You're trying to make yourself look the opposite of you, the way you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Or let's say you feel like you're a failure as a man because you don't make much money. You think you're going to be a failure. So you spend a lot of your energy trying to look really, really successful. Another one,
and Elizabeth says, hi from Liz in Cardiff,
Ooh.
California.
Hi there, Cardiff.
Hi, Liz.
Hi, Liz. So, okay, you have a choice. You know, you can try to cover up, like get sexy looking as you get older, try to figure it out, or look successful and try to figure that out. Or you can just walk around and say, I am really a loser. I am a loser. I'm a loser. I'm a loser.
And
now,
how many people want to do that in our society?
Not good. But there's a lot of people who do feel that way regardless of what they do.
Well,
or
they try to put up a front that
They
they're
do.
not so bad.
They do. So obviously we don't want to walk around feeling like losers, but is the only option to have a big cover-up?
Well, I suppose not.
Well, if I ask the question, you have to assume that there is another way, right? You could say, is there something wrong with being thin? Is there something wrong with not making a lot of money? Is there something wrong with me the way I am? It's like, whoa, really confronting it directly, right? Instead of all these either giving in or covering up. Unfortunately, a lot of us don't even realize that we're caught up in that game and that we are trying to cover up. And so that's where symbols, get into it, because we have to find some symbol that's going to make us look like what we're not or what we think we aren't because we haven't seen our value. So I want to look valuable, so I get a high-paying job or a job with a title that looks really good, right?
Right.
Or with a big house. Doesn't matter that I can't afford to pay for it, which of course just makes me feel like more of a failure. So that is what I mean by a symbol.
Not to mention an expensive-looking car.
Oh, very important.
Mm-hmm.
Very important. Or an expensive-looking wife.
And Todd sends hugs and love.
Oh, thank
you,
you.
Todd.
Hugs back. So here we have a situation where we are unconsciously very often seeking out a symbol to counteract the negative self-talk that we have. And it's just a symbol, because the fact is that it doesn't change the way we feel about ourselves anyway. Does
True.
it?
No.
No.
Mm.
It's like a never-ending pursuit. Oh, I have this symbol. Oh, now I have the house, but now I need the car, and then I need successful children, and then I need the beautiful wife, and then I need a fancy profession, and then I need this, and then I need this, and I need this, and I need it, and it's never enough, because how can it ever be enough? Because it's never going to change the way I feel about myself, because I already know that I'm a dork, a flop. Dork. And like the woman, no matter what she does, she carries within her this feeling that she's not desirable.
And Mary Teresa sends a 4-leaf clover of luck, as well as love, and namaste, and flowers. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary Teresa. Lovely. So there's no end to the symbols that we need, but we absolutely don't realize it most of the time because we actually think we need it. And because on a feeling level, we actually do need it only because we don't know what else to do to make ourselves feel better. And so then we do stupid things that don't make us happy, that don't fit us, that are not. I'm going to give one of my favorite gripes, which is women wearing high-heeled shoes. And are they, why are they wearing those shoes? To make their, calves look better. And it certainly isn't what their bodies need. We have more.
Another one. Oh, Island has a comment.
Oh, Nick first.
Oh, and Nick.
Hi.
Nick says, glad to join tonight. A lot of exclamation marks.
Nick, so
Nick,
nice to see you.
thank you for joining. We appreciate your enthusiasm.
Yeah, so nice to see you, Nick.
And then Island says,
Yes.
sometimes I think I would like a partner, but I think I'm too old.
Too old? Too old? We didn't meet until our late 60s. What's too old? That's really... And first of all, do you want a partner? Do you need a partner? Or is that a symbol of you being attractive or a success or something else? But if you really do, why would you even think for a second that you're too old? You're not dead yet. Dead is too old.
That's way too old.
Way too old. So I would like you to think right now about something that you want or that you think you want that's driving you. It's like, ooh. And I want you to ask yourself, are you actually meeting a need of something that is good for you, that is healthy, that makes you happy? Or are you looking for the symbol? And it looks like Island has responded.
Oh, Island sends a smile with lots of hearts.
Excellent. We love that.
Thank you, Island. Yes.
So why don't you do that? Take a moment and think about something that you are pursuing and ask yourself, is it a symbol that is there to overcome some negative self-image that you've been carrying probably since childhood, or that maybe somebody made you feel a certain way? So I'm going to play the piano for a minute as you think. What do you think of that?
Well, I have one.
You're not going to let me play the piano while you're thinking? You're already there?
I'm already there.
Oh,
my God. You can still play, I suppose.
Okay, give me a minute to play the
play.
piano.
Go ahead, play on.
Let the other people have a chance.
Oh,
and then
yes.
I want to hear what you have to say. I'm
Okay,
really
sure.
interested. I think this music, to me, really connects to that feeling of distress and confusion. And it's like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm in turmoil. A lot of times when we're going after something that is a symbol, we feel turmoil because there's something inside us that says, no! Don't do it! Don't do it! If we're lucky enough to be sensitive to ourselves and we don't just go along with anything. Okay, James.
Well, yes, just today, as a matter of fact.
Oh.
This very issue came up for me, and it also affected you. And that is, we have a small motorhome, under 20 feet, and we have an opportunity to buy a larger one, almost 23 feet, and there were pros and cons with each. And yesterday we had pretty much resolved to keep with what we have. But then we started rethinking it when we heard back from the salesperson about overcoming one of our potential objections. And I got caught up in the idea of living large. This was a larger motorhome. It had attributes that our current one doesn't. And so it became a symbol for me. I didn't realize it at the time, of being more successful. And regarding the smaller one, you'd made reference to the smaller one as being like a hippie Volkswagen type van, you know? And then I had the association of, well, gosh, you know, back in the 60s, 70s, I identified a lot with the hippie stuff and engaged in some of those kinds of activities for getting high. And had some damaging effects on my brain. And so I had certain dysfunctions show up over the years. And so to try to compensate for that, I even returned to practicing law after having left it. And then I came up in this conversation with,
that's a very
let's
good
go for the bigger one.
observation.
Yeah.
Practicing law was a symbol for you that you had not blown your brains doing drugs.
That's right.
Very good,
That's right.
James. Please continue.
Yeah. So this bigger motorhome represented living large, being successful. And so it was a cause of being disconnected from myself, what I truly needed. Because what we truly need is what we already have.
Right.
We can go anywhere. We can park anywhere. It has all the accoutrements of a home on wheels. And so what's my problem?
Right. It's just a little small.
It's just a little small, very cozy, you might say.
That's right.
It's like a tiny home on wheels.
That's right. And look, we have
another comment.
Yes.
Marie says, finally reached a point in my life where I accept myself as I am.
Good for you, Marie.
Yeah.
Good for you. I thought I saw another comment, but I don't see it anymore.
No, I don't see one.
I know. It seems to have just... If you made a comment after
we didn't
Marie...
mention it.
It has
Please,
disappeared. No,
resend
it
it.
was after. The other way.
Mhm.
Well, there it is.
Amy. She said, I thought I should go to med school to prove I was smart.
There
I like
you go.
doing medical work, but my real passion is playing the harp. That's a great example.
Excellent, excellent.
Medical school was a symbol of being smart, efficacious, on top.
And in the end,
Your real passion, in the end, it wasn't as satisfying as something else you would now have a passion for, which is the harp.
that's right. That's great. Great comments, and a great example from you. So what are we going to do about this? So as I was saying before, maybe we really need to look at what it is that we really are and need and see if is there really anything wrong with that? Now let's say I'm a gambler and I'm squandering the family fortune, and that's not good. So I need to do something about that. Well, that has nothing to do with symbols. That's a real need to get healed, to find out what's driving the gambling. In fact, probably the gambling has something to do with this topic. So there are things that we do that are not really healthy for us, and we can be, honest about that and take a look at that. But other than that, what's wrong with who we are? I mean, what is wrong with who we are?
We have a further comment. Amy says, plus, people told me I would make a great living by being a doctor. But instead, it took me years to pay off my student loans.
Oh, that is so perfect. We people want a bigger house sometimes, and they're going to be paying for it forever. And you know what's bad about a big house? It's hard to heat or
That's
cool.
true.
And then you have to furnish it. I mean, if you really need it, then that's one thing. Then you go for the bigger house. Go for what you need, guys, but figure out what it is that you need. Make sure it's not a symbol. I love what you're saying, Amy. So, all right. So let's see what it is that we're trying to hide about ourselves. Some negative self-image like I'm a loser, or I'm unattractive, or I am something, and say, and? Is there something wrong with that? Why do I have to be attractive to men? I mean, what does that say about me? That says something about them. It says that they're not attracted to me. that's about them, right? I
Yeah.
am who I am, and they don't like it, and that's just too bad. So it's very hard to get away from that. You know what I'm saying? When you
Yeah.
have this, it's like, oh, especially all that pressure on women to be attractive to men. You know, at least it was that way in my day, and it probably still is. And or for men, it may be being attractive to other men or women or something, but it also may be about looking financially successful or powerful in the world.
Yeah.
Not that anybody is, and that is the biggest joke of all. Most of the things that we're going for that are symbols don't even exist.
Wow.
You know, you think about it, you say, oh,
If
I
you're going for
want to.
power, how much power are you going to get
Does anybody
relative to
have?
the power of the source of influences around you and above you?
Exactly. I mean, there isn't that much. And attractive to men in what sense? And then I find women who have spent their whole lives trying to be attractive to men, and then they feel like all he ever wants from me is my looks. I mean, what is it getting you? So, anyway, I think that you've gotten. Anybody else have a comment about themselves? I want you to think very seriously right now about some choices. And now that we've talked about it a little bit more, ask yourself, what does this symbolize to me? Is this what I really need? Or am I jeopardizing my real needs by going after it? And so
Right.
we were very lucky because we need mobility and the bigger motorhome. We couldn't have parked just anywhere. And James needs to take me to the doctor in the motorhome.
And the door didn't on the new one wasn't going to work as well as what we have.
I mean, that we were yes, we were going to gain some things, but we were also going to lose some things. And did we really need the things we were gaining, or did we really need the things that we were losing? And we couldn't think straight.
It
Could
took us
we?
a while, yeah.
It did. But ultimately, we realized what it was, and that was a blessing. And we were very lucky because I couldn't open the door. So that was certainly
That was quite the sign.
quite the sign that this was the wrong thing, because if I can't open and close the door. Okay.
We have others who have given likes and loves who haven't commented. It's nice to know you're out there. Oh, Marie says, looks fade, but a beautiful soul is forever. Wow.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Exactly, Marie. Exactly. So let's pursue that beautiful soul. We need it ourselves.
Yes, we do.
So let me tell you about one more show that we do every week. And that is Beth Green's Magical Piano Improvisations. Because, I just improvise whatever comes to me. And that airs every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific time, whenever time that is your time.
Also tell them about the event coming this Sunday.
Yes. And in addition to that, I'm just telling you about an event that's coming this Sunday, and it's in our events where...
It's also at the top of the Facebook page.
That's
of
right.
Granny Rocks On.
If you go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Granny Rocks On, you'll see it, and it's called Hear Your Soul in Music. Express your soul in movement. And you come on. We're in a video conference, so we're all talking to each other, and you tell me some theme you want me to intuit music, and I will connect to you, and I will intuit music just for you that connects to that theme.
Yeah.
And we had one of these before, and it was awesome.
It was.
So if you're interested, it's not in this post, but as James said, if you go to my page, you're going to see it at the top, a big poster that announces it, or if you go into the events, you'll see it. Hear Your Soul in Music.
And that's Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Pacific time.
Right. which is
It's on Zoom video conference.
and so
But you have to get the information ahead of time. So
that's right. And
reserve as soon as you can. So
right, because you have to buy a ticket, and the tickets are not expensive. So, and it looks like we're having a really nice group of people coming who want to hear their souls. But you have to want to know what your soul is saying to you.
Yeah.
Because if you want to pursue symbols, you may not want to hear your soul.
There you go.
One more comment.
Oh, Wilson says, the journey is endless and the circle is unbreakable. The question is, what will my legacy be?
What will your legacy be? Well, is your legacy important or is it a symbol, Wilson?
Oh, is it a symbol of something, like
Yeah.
how important you are or
Right.
were?
Do you
that sort of
need
thing.
a legacy? I would say you need a life, a happy life, a life where you are self-expressed and we can feel you. That's what I would like. That's the legacy I would like to leave, and I would love to experience that from you, Wilson, and everybody else. The joy, the authenticity,
Yes.
and the love. I think I better be quiet now because we have a group tonight, and we are so happy to be with you again tonight. Please like, love, comment, and share this program with others who are facing the same kind of dilemmas.
And Island sends a happy, joyful face of love. Thank you, Island. Thank you, everyone.
We love it. Thank you. Thank you. We love our audience. Thank you so much for all the support we get every week. So we'll see you next time, hopefully tomorrow, hopefully next Wednesday, and maybe even on Sunday at our program. Buy your tickets because it's going to be over soon.
That's
yes.
true. Yes. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.